Back here together, we're going to record a little bit more of the Maamar of Yisrael from Yud-Beis Tammuz in 1975. We're halfway through the second letter. As always, learning to bind ourselves together to pleasure, haste, and redemption for the Rebbe's Mal. Please bring about redemption. And we're learning about the well, and that the well announced its song and what a great miracle it was. And we also learned that when water pushes its way up through the earth, it gets more pure. And the difference between wellspring water that can purify anything, even with just a drop, as long as it covers the item, as opposed to other waters and everything that's associated with that well. If a person, God forbid, pollutes the well, he'll pollute all of that. So the well is where it all starts. We just had in Tanya the idea of Chochmah, that's where God's infinite light rests in our soul. If we can be in that place and let it permeate all of us, it'll be very good. So just stay in the Chochmah place. Alright, second paragraph in a little space. Sorry, will happen, but we still have to understand. How could we say the neshama gains while it's down here? Up there it was up in the heavenly heights basking with God, and now it's down here in the body. How could it gain down here? Hari neshama l'mayla he b'chinas tahara, dakoya al b'chinas tahara yilav, ad shamar zal, shiv shasvan shijusel, kamel l'kol davar, ekaf sheshi li b'davar davka, yidrias lamata. Aka Indian who hine takas brius kol seder stash the sufficient sabakosh broklius lo yisbreak their protecton. And first we're going to look at what is Hashem's main desire, is to have a dwelling place down here in the lower world. In Yazanifal Dafka Lamata Bolam is Atakton, Shane Lamata Meno, our world. Mover Behemshek Halula, the Indian, the Asi, the Gani, the Lununi, the Ika Shekina with Tectonia Haisa, and this is where God's main dwelling is. Shika Gavona, he is Shasa Shekina with Tectonia Dafka, Hine Hail Yudekima mitzvahs. How do we make him dwell here? Is through doing mitzvahs. And physical mitzvahs are only here in our world. The beginning creation, we were put in the garden to guard it and serve it. Said by the first man, it's a kapok shukadar Baruch Hu, who Hashem created with his bare hands. Hashem made Adam with his hands. This applies to every Jew. That's why we're all created separate. I'm me and you're you, even though ultimately there's only God, but we generally have a default perception of I'm me and you're you, to teach you that we're all like Adam Rishon, who was created by himself. So, Klaus Avodas Adam Bolam is a takton. This represents our service here. Meshik Stis Alpha Shani Dahave Alma. This is why in the This is how it represents how we serve God in darkness. We should light it up. When a person is serving in darkness, I wish we'd have light. When a person is serving in darkness, this is how he completes the ultimate intent for why he was created, and I'm adding the word of service. The way he's sourced in God's innermost. Not sure what we're saying is sourced in the essence. His service, him, the creation. When he does mitzvahs, the ma'aser hu hikar, doing is the main thing. When he does it in a way of bending and subjugating himself, he really wants the 27th piece of pizza, but he'll only have 2 because that's what's good for him, or none, or 1, or whatever it is. Pick something parve and delicate that doesn't hurt anybody. God forbid anyone should be hurt. And this is why the neshama can get higher down here than she was before. I'm assuming we're saying because she can complete God's ultimate intent while she's here. She couldn't do that up there. She was basking on the beach in the godly sun, but she couldn't get the work done. The work was in the office in the snowy building in Chicago. So yeah, it's nice to be on the beach, but nothing's being accomplished. It's tough being in the snowy, dark office, but that's where the work gets done, the money comes in, etc., etc. All right, whatever much you like. Gimel umam shikpasav lachri zeh be'er hafrua sarim. The verse continues about the well that was dug by the great ones, and what's the great ones here? It refers on the brains. What's the main services that our brain should rule over our heart? Definitely easier when you get rest, and if you get in bed before 10 o'clock, your rest is much better. To be called Adam, the highest appellate, if that's a word for man, is Adam. In Hebrew there's 4 words for man, and Adam is the highest. Not only that he rules over, he even wipes out all the opponents. Tammuz Maamar HaOmer Lenegdo. He controls himself, and he knocks it out. There's a reference here in Tanya. I'm not sure this quote. Through this, something happens with his heart. I want to check the quote, but I want to finish the paragraph too. Alright, let's finish the paragraph and check the quote. God willing, do better. Through this, he reveals, he digs down deep and reveals his essential soul. Uksuris Abal Shem Tov al Apostle Kisiya Atam Arts Chayfetz Shishalhem or Arts Chayfetz Sheish Balko Om Yaakov Anaim. And the great Baal Shem Tov referred to us as a desirable land, and within us is all the wealth and gold and goodness and all the preciousness a person could want. If he digs deep enough, he'll get there. Just have to keep digging and get there. Through digging deep, he finds the true wealth, the true greatness. He gets even higher than he was before. About digging deep and getting to wealth. Alright, I want to know what that quote means, so I'll take 1 second to grab the Tanya. Let's just say the opposite. I'm going to go forward into Ostalid. V'zehu az yash yishal. This is the idea of we all sang. Alei ber anu l'Hashem. Come up and sing to Hashem. The ber koyal and Hashem. The well is referring to our soul. Alei ber hu inyan aliyas Hashem. Tonight I'll read the mantra. This is talking about the soul's elevation once it's come down here. And I'm assuming it's anu l'Hashem. It doesn't have the triptych, but I'm assuming it's anu l'Hashem. That refers to the powers Hashem gives us from above. Hashem gives us lots of abilities, we just have to use them. Like it says, if Hashem didn't help us, we wouldn't win the Yetzer. We have to do our part and fight, but eventually the third judge comes in and he helps push us towards the good side. So the more good choices we make, the easier it gets. And Hashem helps, it gets us over the top. In the plural language, we can understand it and look in by saying Hashem is my strength. Ozri Loshin Rabim, which is also plural. Why they came on mitzvahs. It refers to the holy sparks that we elevate through mitzvahs. And when we're down here, we affect salvation in the world. Like the verse says, getting into the center of the earth. That's specifically in the midst of the earth. That's where the real salvation happens. To the ultimate salvation, ultimate redemption, which we have right away. We'll sing a new song, our masculine language. And just like the Rebbe said on the day of his redemption, that it wasn't just for his redemption, it was for all Jews. So it'll be by us. The Rebbe says many times we get eternal life in these bodies. We just have to see the face of Mashiach, and saying the streets, saying he gives the Rebbe life. It's always a nice, easy thing to do to give the Rebbe life, to say, okay, the Rebbe is exactly as alive for you as you want him to be. It's very present, very here. And it's up to you what kind of relationship you want. But it's not going to force himself upon you. If you want him, he's there. If you want him, he's there. If you want your space, God forbid, then the Rebbe is very. Well, I don't want to say the wrong thing. If you want him, he's there. It's the main thing, and he'll be there in whatever way you allow him to be. He's there. He's Rebbe's always there. He never gives up. Okay, so when we're down here, we can accomplish more than we were upstairs. It was fun and blissful upstairs, but we couldn't get the job done. Here we can get the job done, and that helps the soul. And we elevate the sparks back to their source, and we find our innermost powers and strengths. And we can help more people because God is committed to us, wants to have a true good life. And we get to the true depth and riches of our soul, and when we get to those, it translates to real riches. All the Jews should be rich. All the Jews are God's gold. They just have to realize that. And the Rebbe says in Truman and Aleph and Beis, when we realize that, it turns into real good. To use the gold for good things, and help the Shluchim, and help Chassidus, and help Torah, etc., etc., and spread it around the globe. All right, Mashiach.